Language development is a complex process that depends on many factors. Here are some of them: historical events and contact between cultures. Contact between different cultures and languages plays a key role in the evolution of languages. As a result of such contacts, words, phrases, and grammatical constructions are borrowed. New ideas, products, or concepts introduced as a result of this contact lead to the borrowing of words and phrases from other languages. In addition, such contact can lead to the borrowing of grammatical constructions, and even to the creation of new mixed languages, called creoles or pidgins. These processes shape the richness of the lexicon and the structure of the language, preserving its dynamism and diversity. Social and political influences on a language significantly affect its development and dissemination. Official language. Governments establish official languages for use in official documents and education, reinforcing their status in society. Language policy. Government measures can protect or force the use of certain languages, which affects cultural heritage and national identity. Education. The language taught in educational institutions has a significant impact on its dissemination and preservation. Economic influence. The economic and political power of certain countries can contribute to the spread and prestige of their language. Social status. The use of a particular language may reflect the social status and prestige of the speaker. These factors shape language preferences and behavior in a society, influencing its structure and development. Technological change. The development of writing and printing revolutionized the spread of languages and their standardization. Preservation of knowledge. Writing allowed information to be preserved over time, reinforcing language structures. Development of literature. The printed book increased access to literary works, helping to standardize language. Standardization. Grammatical rules and spelling emerged, setting standards for languages. Unification. The proliferation of books helped to unify language forms and bring them closer together. Scientific and technical literature. Printed materials disseminated scientific knowledge, contributing to the development of specialized vocabulary. Dissemination of education. The printed book became a key medium of education, contributing to the standardization of language. These processes strengthened the role of languages in society and provided stable means of communication and cultural exchange. Demographic factors have a significant impact on the spread of languages. Migration. The movement of people from different regions facilitates the spread of languages and the formation of language communities. Urbanization. The growth of cities leads to the mixing of language groups, which can lead to multilingualism and language mixing. Demographic growth. An increase in the number of speakers of a language strengthens its status and dominance in society. Language shift. Changes in demography can lead to language shift due to assimilation or coercive policies. Demographic pressure. Conflicts between language groups can affect the status and spread of languages in a region. These factors determine the structure, status, and dynamics of languages in a society. Cultural factors significantly influence the appeal of a language beyond its borders. Literature. Literary works attract attention from other cultures, stimulating interest in the language and its study. Movies and TV series in a particular language can become popular due to their quality or the popularity of the actors. Music and songs, musical compositions, attract audiences from different countries, stimulating interest in the language. Arts and cultural heritage. Unique cultural achievements in the language attract the attention of tourists and researchers. These factors help the spread and preservation of the language in a global context. Economic factors play a key role in establishing the status of language as an international means of communication. International trade. The growth of international trade requires a universal language for effective communication between entrepreneurs and companies. English is the language most often chosen. International organizations. Organizations such as the UN and IMF use English as an official language, making it an indispensable tool in international diplomacy. International tourism. With the growth of international tourism, English is becoming the primary language of communication with tourists from different countries. International financial markets. In financial institutions, English is used for effective exchange of information at the international level. These factors contribute to the increasing status of a particular language such as English as an international language of communication in business activities and on the world stage. Geographic and climatic conditions have a significant impact on contact between communities and the formation of linguistic communities. Geographic barriers. Natural barriers such as mountains and rivers can create isolation between communities, fostering the development of unique language dialects and the formation of cultural identities. Climatic conditions. Harsh climatic conditions can limit exchange between cultures, while favorable conditions can promote trade and exchange, increasing contact and influence of languages. Migration and population movements. Geographical and climatic factors can influence migration flows, facilitating contact between different language groups and the exchange of linguistic elements. Development of trade and exchange. Regions at the crossroads of trade routes often become centers of cultural exchange and multilingualism, which shapes the diversity of linguistic communities. Thus, geographical and climatic conditions play an important role in the formation and development of linguistic communities, determining the nature of their contact and influencing the dynamics of linguistic development. Social change affects language through social mobility. Changes in social structure can affect the status of a language, affecting its distribution and use. Changes in values and cultural practices. New cultural movements can change language by introducing new terminology and expressions. Technological change. The introduction of new technologies, such as social media, shapes new language practices and communication styles. Immigration and cultural exchange. Cultural exchange between groups and immigration can introduce new words and grammatical constructions into a language. Education and standardization. Educational changes, including standardization of language, affect language norms in society. These processes shape language, determining its structure, vocabulary, and use in different spheres of life,